Hello, 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 9 Mile and surrounding communities. This is your favorite weather girl, Kate Weatherwise, coming to you on November 2nd, 2025. It is 4:30 in the afternoon, and we're going to talk about weather today because I love talking about weather, as you know, and we're going to talk about the forecast for this coming week and what that's going to look like for your days, your nights. By now, you probably know that already know that it's going to be a wet week. And indeed, it is going to be a wet week starting tomorrow and pretty much all week long. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, I'm going to take us over to the high resolution rapid refresh model, which goes out in time about 48 hours. And I don't even like to use it for that many hours out. Maybe 12 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours at the most. So for right now, it's showing, because today's been beautiful, right? Today has been a beautiful day. It was right now, I think temperature's going down because daylight savings happened overnight. So we gained an hour of time. However, our sun is setting an hour earlier, which right now is at about 4:40 p.m. and it's 4:30 right now. So yeah, the sun is getting ready to set as I look out the window here. And it's starting to cool off. So that means our high today, that doesn't mean anything. It's just going to get chillier. But our high today was in the low 50s and beautiful sunshine. There was a few clouds around the noon hour, but those cleared out we had a gorgeous morning, some clouds in the midday hour or so. And then we had a beautiful afternoon, just gorgeous. And I hope you all got to enjoy today because the rest of this week is going to be yucko for being outside doing much. There's going to be some breaks in the rain, but it's going to be far and few in between. We actually may have a dry day or two and it may just rain overnight, but there's going to be rain pretty much every day. So let's get into it. This is the rapid refresh, like I said, starting at 18 or 19Z, and this one goes out per hour. So it's a good indication. Like I said, this is my favorite for short-term forecasts. I like to use this one for forecasting, for when I go storm chasing or things of that nature. So let's get into it. I'm going to take a drink of my water just because, it seems like every time I start talking a lot, I get a tickle in my throat. And to mitigate that, I'm just going to take a drink of water from my trusty water bottle. So here we go. All right, let's go out in time. Right now, as you can see, as we noticed today, because it was so beautiful out, there's been a high pressure, 1,031 millibars, which is a really nice high pressure. That means the clouds got suppressed. The sun was out. We all noticed that. It was a beautiful day. And that was very, very welcome. So let's go ahead in time. And this high pressure starts to go to the east a little bit as we head into Monday. It actually it strengthens a teeny tiny bit, 1,033 to 1,032. So that's pretty much the same. So then that one gets replaced by this one, which is still a high pressure. And then before we know it, by the afternoon, by tomorrow morning, our radar will start to fill in with rain and mountain snow, higher snow elevations. Not too much higher. It won't be down to like Snoqualmie Pass level, but it will be probably at Stevens Pass level and above in the Cascades. And then, of course, Lookout Pass and some higher passes. I'm sure Schweitzer's going to get some snow this week. That'll be welcomed. And into Montana. We'll see some snow. We've got a little low pressure out here in the ocean that's starting to head towards shore, but it's not very strong. And then this is what is going to give us rain on Monday, into Monday night. So this is 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. Z. So that's 8 p.m. Monday night. As you can see, the rain by tomorrow night is going to come in and just overtake the whole, almost the entire state. And then it's going to still be some snow, still be snowing in the Cascades up into Canada, and maybe some snow in higher elevations of Stevens County, Ferry County, and Pend Oreille County, and into northern Idaho. You're going to see some snow too. And of course into northern western Montana, Glacier, and those areas, they have gotten a lot of snow already this year. It is early November, so that's not, that's pretty normal, pretty typical for them. And as we go forward in time, this snow / rain for us will clear out by Tuesday morning, and then we will actually have a decent day on Tuesday. It'll rain until Tuesday morning-ish, and then it'll be cold. It's going to be cold. I think the high on Tuesday is going to be about 43. The high tomorrow is going to be about 44, between 40 and 45. And of course on Tuesday as well, between 40 and 45 degrees for a high. And then we're going to be dry all day Tuesday. And then we'll start to see some rain creep back in to our area overnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday. That is going to last through the day and give us pretty much rain all day on Tuesday. Or I'm sorry, all day on Wednesday. And that's all it takes. The rapid refresh takes us through Tuesday afternoon, which is good because it's only good for 48 hours, and I don't mind that. So I'm going to switch us over to where am I going here? Okay, so this is the ECMW app. This is the Euro model that I like to use as well. And so this is going to take us out about 6 days in time. So we're going to get through, and this goes in 3 hour intervals. So we're going to go through the next day. This is through Wednesday. We have a little bit of rain coming in. There's some wind out here over the ocean. That's really not going to affect us too much. I'm sure we'll have some breezes here and there on during the week, but we won't see some wind until the end of the week as it's looking right now. And I'll show you that here in a minute. Some more rain. And then this gets through Thursday night, and that's going to take us through Thursday. It looks to be maybe some sunshine during the day on Thursday, and then we'll get some rain that moves back into the area Thursday evening. Of course, this is what I'm forecasting right now to happen. I'm sure there's going to be some shifts and some side steps and some redoing what I'm saying right now throughout the week, but this is just what it looks like. And each day, for instance, tomorrow's rain is going to be about 3 to 4 tenths possible. And then on Tuesday, it looks to be a lot less than that. And then Wednesday, it looks again to be between 3 and 4 tenths of rain falling. And then Thursday, perhaps 2 to 3 tenths. And then Friday, not even a tenth. So it's going to be little bits of rain here and there all week long, like I mentioned. So let's get back to the Euro model. And then this is our next rainmaker that, like I mentioned previously, this is Thursday morning coming into the coast. Western Washington's going to get soaked then, and then it pushes into Eastern Washington, and then we will see some rain. This is Friday, pushing into Friday morning, and then Friday afternoon should be, or Friday into Friday afternoon, should be drier day, maybe some showers around, and then we kind of dry out a little bit. And if we look ahead a little bit, next weekend looks to be a dry weekend, mostly cloudy with temperatures in the, mid to upper 40s to around 50 degrees for the weekend, and mostly cloudy, but dry. So temperature wise, we're going to go back to this one. This is the ECMWF. This is the Euro model that we're looking at. And temperature wise, all week long, this is overnight. These are overnight temperatures. And you can see that overnight temperatures are going to be in the 30s and 40s. So there's really no chance for rain this week. I'm sorry, let me back that up. There's no chance for snow this week, just rain. Just rain, day or night. It's just going to be rain. For the 9 Mile area, Spokane area, if you go further north into central and northern Stevens County, or northern parts of the 3 counties, Ferry, Stevens, Pend Oreille County, you may see some snow with any of these systems that come through to bring rain for the lower portion of the county and, southern counties, Spokane County. But we're not going to see any snow in the immediate area. You can see the temperatures day and night, 40s during the day, 30s at night, but not lower than this is saying on Friday afternoon, we could get up into the 50s. So, but at night, we're not looking at temperatures below freezing. So what I am looking at is the 8 to 14 day temperatures. This map is from the 10th through the 16th of November. Now, I had mentioned previously that it's a little bit warmer than average right now, and it is. Yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yesterday, it was almost 60 degrees before the front came through, brought us that wind. Like the warm front brings in the rain, and then as the cold front gets closer, it brings the wind, and then when the cold front goes through, it sweeps out all of the weather and it cools things down. That's how it typically works. And it got up to 60 degrees because it was bringing up all the warm air from the south. And if it was like really nice after the rain passed and the sun came back out. It was windy. It was a little on the windier side, but it was nice out. And then the front came through, cooled us down to below or right around freezing or below for most everybody. When I was outside this morning, there was definitely some frost and on the surfaces of things, and there was some frost on top of roofs and things like that. Now, that's going to be the case, warmer than average temperatures through about the middle of the month during the day, 5 degrees or so warmer than average during the day. But during the evening hours and the overnight hours, especially this week, it's going to be warmer. So we're just going to have rain this week for the immediate area. But as we get closer to the middle of the month, and pretty much right at the middle of the month, so not this coming weekend, we're in the first weekend of November, not this following weekend, but the weekend after that. So that would be the 14th and 15th of of November. The time goes by way too fast that I can't keep track of my months. Then it looks like a switch is going to happen and we're going to cool down to our normal November temperatures. So that's what this white indicates, that it's going to be pretty much normal temperatures for the middle of November. And then precipitation-wise, above normal. So then that's when the snow starts to creep back into our forecast for the middle of the month and beyond. Now, it may just be a rain-snow mix. It may be elevation dependent, but the snowflakes start to creep into our forecast for the middle of the month and beyond. So I will keep everybody posted on that, of course. And then you can fine tune your plans and be a star when you visit your friends and relatives, maybe for Thanksgiving, and you can say, I knew that it was going to be cold now because Kate Weatherwise told me. So there you go. But for the next 5 days, the theme is rain. It's not going to be it's going to be chilly during the day, but it's not going to be below freezing at night. So it's just going to be rain all week long. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s for the first part of the week, the mid to upper 40s around 50, maybe low 50s by the end of the week, and maybe some sunshine mixed in with all this rain. But that's basically your forecast for the week. And of course, I will be fine tuning everything, giving daily updates in my weather group and on Facebook. So y'all can stay up to date. And then beyond this coming week, I of course will be giving another forecast, because that's just what I do. And if you haven't gone to my YouTube channel and subscribed, it's Kate Weatherwise is the name of it. So just look up Kate Weatherwise, and you can find me on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, which is how you're watching this now. And it really helps me out. I am trying to get to the point where I can actually make a living doing this, because this is what I love to do. I have loved to do this for a very, very long time in my life, as far back as I can remember. It's been just a part of who I am. And so if I can actually monetize me doing this, then it would just be more than thrilling. So if you can help me do that, I would really appreciate that. Pass this out, send this out to your friends, your family, your people, and say, go subscribe and start watching this Kate Weatherwise girl, because she knows her stuff. She loves the weather, and she geeks out every time she talks about it. So that's it for this forecast. This is for Sunday night, November 2nd. See, I was going to say October again. November 2nd through the end of the week, which is November 7th. And then I'll come back later and I will update it as we need to. And then we'll just keep rolling forward, because time is moving on. So that's it for now. Have a good rest of your evening and a good week. And I will be back later with another forecast. All right. This is Kate Weatherwise saying bye for now.